Hello everyone. Today we are going to look at the basic education core curriculum of Thailand, Buddhist era 2551 A.D. 2008. We are going to focus on foreign language learning area. Let's have a look. As you can see from the year of the curriculum, it is B.E.2551 or A.D. 2008. It has been used in Thailand in primary and secondary education for over 10 years. It is called the standards-based curriculum, as the teaching and learning are practiced in order to reach the set standards. Looking at the vision of this curriculum, the basic education core curriculum is aimed at enhancing capacity of all learners in all respects, that are physical strength, knowledge, and morality. We want our students to realize their commitment and responsibilities as Thai citizens and members of the world community. Therefore, the first notable principle underlying the basic education core curriculum is aimed at the achievement of gaining knowledge and becoming a good member of Thailand and of the world. The second principle states that this curriculum facilitates education for all. It means that everybody has equal access to education of high quality in this country. The third principle talks about the decentralization of authority in educational provision. Moreover, the fourth principle states that the curriculum allows flexibility in learning contents, time allotment, and learning management. It says this curriculum promotes the learner-centered approach in the fifth principle. It reads in the last principle that the curriculum is intended for education of all types: formal education, non-formal education, and informal education, covering all target groups and facilitating transfer of learning outcomes and experiences. That sounds interesting. Looking at the goals of the basic education core curriculum, it aimed at the full development of the learners in all respects, as mentioned earlier. In goal number 1, the curriculum wants the students to be good people, as it emphasizes morality, ethics, desired values, self-esteem, and self-discipline that the students learn from whatever faith they believe. Goal number 2 focuses on knowledge and skills for communication, thinking, problem solving, technological know-how, and life skills. Goal number 3 wants the students to have good health, physically and mentally. Goal number 4 is to make the students understand and be aware of being good citizens of Thailand and of the world. As a good citizen of Thailand, they learn about democracy and the constitutional monarchy ruling system. Goal number 5 aims to encourage our students to preserve Thai culture and Thai wisdom, protection and conservation of the environment, and public-mindedness. Now let's have a look at the learner's key competencies. The first one is communication capacity. The curriculum wants the learners to be able to use the language accurately and fluently. Number 2 is thinking capacity. It is the capacity for analytical, synthetic, constructive, critical, and systematic thinking. Number 3, problem-solving capacity. It is the capacity to eliminate problems, prevent and solve problems, and make decisions based on sound reasoning. Number 4 is the capacity for applying life skills. It is the capacity to apply various processes in daily life, such as self-learning, continuous learning, working, and social harmony through strengthening of happy interpersonal relationships. Number 5, capacity for technological application. It means the ability to choose and apply different technologies in daily life. Desired characteristics are set in the Basic Education Core Curriculum as follows. Number 1, love of nation, religion or faith that the students believe, and the monarchy. Number 2, honesty and integrity. Number 3, self-discipline. Number 4, avidity for learning. Number 5, applying principles of Sufficiency Economy Philosophy in one's way of life. Number 6, dedication and commitment to work. Number 7, cherishing Thai nationalism. Number 8, public-mindedness. Here come the learning standards. The Basic Education Core Curriculum has set the standards for the 8 learning areas as follows. Thai language, mathematics, science, social studies, religion and culture, health and physical education, art, occupations and technology, and foreign languages like English, German, French, Japanese, Mandarin, Korean, and Vietnamese. The learning standards for each learning area prescribe what the learners should know and should be able to perform. Learning standards also suggest the contents, teaching, and evaluation methods for teachers and learners to follow. In learning standards, there are indicators. Indicators specify what learners should know and be able to perform, as well as their characteristics for each grade level. Indicators reflect the learning standards. Being specific and concrete, they can be utilized for prescribing contents, determining learning units, and organizing teaching learning activities. Indicators serve as essential criteria for evaluation in order to verify the learner's quality. Thailand's compulsory education covers the period of 9 years, grade 1 to grade 9. The first 6 grades belong to the primary education. Secondary education starts at grade 7. The first type of indicators are called grade level indicators. They specify the goals in developing learners for each level of compulsory education. The second type of indicators are called interval indicators. They specify the goals for upper secondary education that are grades 10 to 12. For common understanding and correct interpretation, the curriculum prescribes various codes for learning standards and indicators as shown in the following examples. What does it mean if you see SC 1.1 GR 1/2? SC means the subject area of science. 1.1 indicates first subject area of Standard 1. GR 1/2, this means Indicator 2 for Grade 1. What about FO 2.2 GR 10 to 12/2? FO means subject area of foreign languages. 2.2 means second subject area of Standard 2. GR 10 to 12/2, it means Indicator 2 for upper secondary education. We need to understand these codes so that we are able to follow the particular part of the curriculum correctly. There are 4 strands and 8 standards in foreign language learning area. Foreign languages strand 1, language for communication, or C number 1. Standard FL 1.1. Understanding and ability in interpreting what has been heard and read from various types of media, and ability to express opinions with reasons. Let's say Standard FL 1.1 focuses on interpreting. Standard FL 1.2 Possessing language communication skills for effective exchange of information, efficient expression of feelings and opinions. Let's say Standard FL 1.2 focuses on exchanging information. Standard FL 1.3 Ability to speak and write about information, concepts and views on various matters. Let's say Standard FL 1.3 focuses on speaking and writing or presenting information. Here comes strand number 2, language and culture. Let us call it C number 2. Standard FL 2.1 Appreciating the relationship between language and culture of native speakers and ability in using language appropriately. Standard FL 2.2 Appreciating the similarities and differences between language and culture of the native speakers and Thai speakers, and ability in using accurate and appropriate language. Let's make it brief for our understanding. Standard FL 2.1 focuses on the culture of native speakers of foreign languages, while Standard FL 2.2 focuses on comparing the culture of native speakers of foreign languages and Thai speakers. Strand number 3, language and relationship with other learning areas. Let's make it easy to remember. So let's say strand 3 concerns language and connections with other learning areas. We can call it C number 3, C connections. We have only one standard under this strand, Standard FL 3.1, using foreign languages to link knowledge with other learning areas as foundation for further development, seeking knowledge and broadening one's worldview. Strand 4. Language and relationship with community and the world. Standard FL 4.1. Ability to use foreign languages in various situations, in school, community, and society. Standard FL 4.2. Using foreign languages as basic tools for further education, livelihood, and exchange of learning with the world community. Let us say briefly that Standard FL 4.1 focuses on using foreign languages in community. Standard FL 4.2 focuses on using foreign languages as tools for education and for occupation. In the present global society, learning foreign languages is very important. We use foreign languages as a tool for communication, education, seeking knowledge, livelihood, and creating understanding of cultures. Our learners will be able to use foreign languages to broaden their perspectives and to access to bodies of knowledge. In Basic Education Core Curriculum, we may see the basic learning content prescribed is English because English is considered as the first foreign language for Thai learners. What is learned in foreign languages? As mentioned earlier, we covered 4 strands of foreign languages. Strand 1. Language for communication. Strand 2. Language and culture. Strand 3. Language and relationship with other learning areas. Strand 4. Language and relationship with community and the world. Let's make it brief for our understanding. We call them 4 C's: C communication, C culture, C connections, and C community. Therefore, the curriculum expects learners' quality based on the 4 C's. Learners' quality is addressed in the curriculum as the expectation of knowledge, skills, and performance. We can see that the description of the learner's quality presents what the curriculum expects the students to be able to perform. For example, Grade 3 graduates are expected to act in compliance with the orders and the requests heard, pronounce the alphabets, words, groups of words, simple sentences, and simple chants by observing the principles of pronunciation, accurately tell the meanings of the word and groups of words heard, answer questions from sentences, dialogues, or simple tales heard or read. This learner's quality description is based on the strands, learning standards, and indicators mentioned earlier. Now let us take a quick look at the other descriptions for Grade 3 graduates' learners' quality. Here, Grade 3 graduates are expected to know around 300 to 450 concrete words about families, schools, their surrounding environment, foods, beverages, free time, and recreation, and to use simple sentences in conversations. Grade 6 graduates are expected to perform the language Based on the strands, learning standards, and indicators of the curriculum in a little higher degree, let's have a quick look. Here, grade 6 graduates are expected to know around 1,050 to 1,200 concrete and abstract words about themselves, their families, schools, their environment, foods, beverages, free time and recreation, health and welfare, selling and buying, and climate. Also, they are expected to use simple and compound sentences to convey meanings in various contexts. Grade 9 graduates are required to perform the language in a more intense and sophisticated way. Let's have a quick look. Grade 9 graduates are required to know around 2,100 to 2,250 words of higher abstract quality in the following areas: about themselves, their families, schools, the environment, foods, beverages, free time and recreation, health and welfare, buying and selling, climate, education and occupations, traveling, provision of services, places, language, and science and technology. Focusing in 4 language skills: listening, speaking, reading, and writing. About the language structure, they are expected to use compound and complex sentences to convey meanings in various contexts in both formal and informal conversations. For grade 12 graduates, the content and the required language performance are the most intense and sophisticated among all the previous levels. Let's take a quick look. Grade 12 graduates are expected to be able to use foreign languages, focus on listening, speaking, reading, and writing to communicate about themselves, their families, schools, the environment, foods, beverages, interpersonal relationships, free time and recreation, health and welfare, selling and buying, climate, education and occupations, traveling, provision of services, places, language and science and technology, around 3,600 to 3,750 words with different levels of usage. Again, they are required to use compound and complex sentences to convey meanings in various contexts in both formal and informal conversations. Here comes the final part of this clip. The following slides show how the strengths, learning standards, grade level indicators, and interval indicators are presented and related in the Basic Education Core Curriculum. As a teacher of foreign languages, we need to consult the curriculum regularly as the guideline to plan our lessons, teach and train our students, and also evaluate the students' language ability. I really hope you find my explanation about the Basic Education Core Curriculum useful. You may further consult the full version of Basic Education Core Curriculum Buddhist Era 2551 or A.D. 2008. Thank you very much for your time. Bye bye.